Hey Virgo, welcome to your weekly forecast for October 21 through the 27th. We're going to check in here, see what's happening the week ahead. We have our lovely little Halloween cards here, and we're going to see what's happening in the week, and then we're going to pull an angel message at the end with this angel deck here. We're going to balance out some of this Halloween. Got a whole lot of Halloween happening here in our theme. Let's see what's happening, my darlings, for Virgo, Sun, Moon, and Rising. For the week of October 21st through the 27th, we do have a lovely new moon in Scorpio coming up the 27th, 28th. It's going to be an intense energy. Even though new moon is usually a time of manifesting, we don't really think about it as a time of releasing. There could be some big emotions, big energies in the air. So we're going to see what's happening for Virgo, or how maybe some of you might be feeling that energy as we're coming into Scorpio season. Here is your Monday, Tuesday, my darlings. Here is your Wednesday, Thursday, and your Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Nothing to it but to do it. All right, so Virgo, check it out. Beginning of the week, you all have the Chariot. So this is fast moving energy. This is like things are going to be getting moving or getting going. For those of you where you've been feeling stuck about a situation, or you've just kind of been feeling like things are stagnant and you're wanting them to move along, sometimes the Chariot is just basically asking you to get focused. Like, hey, if you could just get really focused and get very clear about what you want and make a decision, then, you know, the universe and your guides can step in and kind of help you make it happen. Sometimes with the Chariot, when we have the Chariot come up, our guides are asking us, hey, you know, like make a decision, and then we can step in and try to help you make it happen. Kind of like with Ralph Waldo Emerson, he said, once you make a decision, the universe conspires to make it happen. So your guides, your angels, they're wanting to help you. They're wanting to conspire with you and bring about these changes. They just need you to make decisions about where you want to go, what you want to do, and to have focus. Sometimes also the Chariot tells you to just get going, to get moving, without waiting for somebody else. A lot of the times when we're just kind of like, we haven't made a decision, we might be waiting to see what somebody else is going to decide or what somebody else wants to do. And the Chariot, even though this pumpkin has a cute little kitty cat, the Chariot usually in most cards when we see it, it's somebody by themselves. A Chariot is usually just like a one person operation here. So sometimes when it comes up, some big task, some big thing that's coming up, we're kind of meant to do on our own. You know, maybe you're trying to find the perfect partner for some situation, and Spirit is saying this is one of the things that you're kind of meant to master by yourself, because you're bringing something unique to the situation. You're bringing something to the situation that nobody else can, and Spirit just wants that pure 100% Virgo energy in your way, the way that you do things as an individual, not just as a Virgo, but you as an individual person. So, my dears, you all might find yourself making some really big plans. This is a major arcana card. So major arcana cards are really big life changes and shifts and big decisions and, you know, stepping into life purpose. It's not an energy that's just going to last you 1 or 2 days. There's a good chance that this energy is going to follow through many of you on into the next moon cycle, maybe even through the remainder of the year, maybe even longer than that for some of you. But there's definitely a shift or changing of direction, right? And you're beginning to go embark on some kind of a task that is really connected to your purpose and your passion and why you're here. Your Wednesday, Thursday card, excuse me, is 3 of Bats. So, yep, sure enough, my dears, I think this is really clear, Virgo. Something is being made known to you. This would be in traditional tarot what we refer to as 3 of Swords, okay? And 3 of Swords or 3 of Bats, this is when we might have something happen, or, excuse me, some truth may be revealed to us that's gonna sting a little bit. Okay, I feel that what this is connected very closely with the Chariot. The Chariot was saying, hey, you're kind of meant to get this kind of go and get the ball rolling. You might be feeling like somebody else is like flaking out or backing out of something, or they're not as, into something as you are, or they're not feeling as committed to a situation. And you may have some disappointment in that way. So for some of you, this is going hand in hand with this energy. Usually when I see the Three of Swords, I see it come up a lot of the times for people when some truth is being revealed. When Spirit is trying to say, hey, you've been making this person or this situation a priority, but this person or situation isn't making you a priority. So Spirit's trying to help you balance out your loyalties, to make sure you're putting your loyalty where it's going to be best for you and where you're going to be getting back what you deserve, right? Because who wants to be loyal to someone or something that's not doing the same for you? And usually it might sting, but it doesn't last very long. That's another thing I can tell you about Three of Bats or Three of Swords. It's kind of like a little kid running on the playground. They fall down, they're screaming, they're crying, it's the end of the world. 2 seconds later, they're up and they're running around and they're playing again and they're fine. So it's not something that I feel you need to worry about too much in terms of like, it's going to ruin my whole week. Also, for a lot of you, something might not happen at all. You just might be feeling this energy because it's coming up 3 days before that new moon. Now, usually the new moon is about manifesting. It's not about releasing. It's not about big, heavy emotions. But this new moon in Scorpio is going to be a doozy for some people. And people are going to respond in 2 different ways. Either they're going to be very motivated, very driven, very, very, just like, I know what I want to do. I know where I'm going. I'm going to make it happen. And just kind of full of fire in that way. Other people might be feeling just very aggravated, very annoyed, very triggered, very upset. They might be letting go of a lot of things. And I think the reason for this is, even though we're coming to manifesting energy, it's coming in so quickly that some of us need a mini clearing to make room for what's going to be coming in. If you've been wanting to do manifestation work, this is a really good week to do it, my dears, because this is going to be a very powerful moon for manifesting and for really being able to connect and do the things that are going to bring you a sense of purpose and fulfillment, right? But a part of that for some of you is either something is going to happen or you're going to be having some realizations of what is no longer for you or what is getting in your way or what is slowing you down. So there's going to be some things that you're going to decide, okay, here's some connections I'm going to cut here. Here's some changes I need to make. And so that, that can maybe sting a little bit, but don't worry. It's, it's happening for the highest good. And like I said, usually that kind of situation doesn't last too long. Whoa, Virgo, talking about confirmation. Queen of Bats. You are laying down the law, Virgo. I'm telling you right now, whatever this is that's happening, they're not cutting you out. You're cutting them out, or you're cutting it out. You are in control, okay? So even though I know, Virgo, you're not an air sign, you are getting your Queen of Bats, your Queen of Swords on. You are really focused, really driven. You know where you want to go, and you're done. You've had enough of the nonsense. You've had enough of the riffraff. You're done waiting for other people to decide what they want to do. You're done waiting for other people to do their part. For some of you, you actually are taking over some project or situation. You may have already had a partner or somebody that you're working with, and you're like, hey, this isn't working for me. This isn't working for me. Some of you, if you are a Virgo where you are in a supervisor role at work, or you're the owner of a company or a partnership or something, you may find yourself having to let somebody go. Like having to tell them, you know what, I'm really sorry, but like this isn't working. And it's happening to free up energy to move things along because things are maybe a little bit stuck right now. I feel, Virgo, though, even if you're not letting somebody go, even if you're not a supervisor or a business owner, there is someone or something you are just parting ways within your life, because I feel this person or situation has been bringing a lot of negativity into your mix here, and you're like, you don't need it right now, because you're trying to manifest, you're trying to make things happen. You don't need to be slowed down. So someone or something has been taking up your time, distracting you, getting in your way, maybe even sabotaging you in some ways, and you're done. You're not having it anymore. You're laying down that law. You're putting your foot down. You're saying, nope, no more. For some of you, I really feel like, and I don't get too much into love and romance in this weekly forecasts, but I do feel for some of you, there's like a karmic thing that you're putting an end to. And for some of you, it could be karmic in terms of your love life. For some of you, this karmic person could be a family member or a friend. It could be, like I said, a working situation or a job or a boss. And you're just saying, nope, I'm done with this cycle. I have a really strong feeling, Virgo, for those of you that watch my videos and you've heard me talk about the Ace of Cups, and how Ace of Cups, I see it a lot of the times as the game changer. When somebody has been having horrible experiences and they're like, universe, I'm done feeling this way. I never want to feel this way again. I've learned my lesson. I know I'm not going to trust this person, or I know what the red flags are now. I'm done. I'm done with the situation, never again. And the universe says, awesome, wonderful, okay, great. This person doesn't need pain as a motivator anymore. This person doesn't need pain as a teacher anymore. They're ready to learn through accomplishments and abundance and love and happiness. And Ace of Cups is that game changer moment a lot of the times in my readings. So Virgo, I think those of you that you have been struggling with that, or you just like, man, why does this keep happening? Or why do I keep having these situations or these kinds of people? You're actually finally breaking out of that. Like, I think this week is going to be a really big game changer for a lot of you Virgos, and a lot of you are making that flip. A lot of you are making that change, that transition to where you're like, look, I don't need to I've learned my lesson. I'm done with this cycle. And I'm ready to be happy. I deserve to be happy. And so you're calling that in, many of you, okay? It's a really big shift to make. So, I mean, be excited about that for sure. Let's go ahead and see what your angel message is for the week. And as always, my darlings, I encourage you to watch your sun. This is probably your sun for most of you, but I encourage you to watch your moon and rising sign videos as well. Some weeks that those may resonate with you more than others, or it might just kind of add some little extra information for you for what's coming up ahead. You have Goddess of Sacred Power. You are being encouraged to take a leading role in your current situation. My. Is that a confirmation or what? Oh gosh. I love it when stuff like that happens. I absolutely love it. Well, what did I tell you, right? That this is about you kind of taking ownership of the situation, you taking charge of something, this being about you handling it and doing things your way. Virgo, this is your house, right? This is your house, and you're gonna be taking over. You're gonna be doing things your way. So man, this is really a time of you coming into your power, your seat of power, your sacred power, taking a leadership role. Virgo, a lot of you are finally realizing, or you're giving yourself permission to be right. I think some of you have tried really hard not to be somebody who's gonna step on anybody's toes, quote unquote, or you've been like trying to just stay cool, or you don't want to come off as like criticizing or nitpicking, but you're not criticizing and you're not nitpicking. Like, Spirit is saying this is a time for you to really speak up and to take charge of the situation. Some of you are clearing the air about something. I'm feeling that. If there's something that's been happening within a relationship, whether it's family or romance or a friendship, there's some kind of elephant in the room where you're finally stepping up and addressing it. But some of you are taking steps in that way as well. But this is the week for you to come into your seat of power, Virgo, and to practice your leadership, right? Like, you've been waiting for other people to get it right, and they're not getting it right. So it's time for them to step aside and let you handle it, my dears. All right? So that's exciting, coming into your boss energy. I don't focus too much on love and romance in the weekly forecast, but if you're looking for more love and romance, more love and romance reading, go ahead and click on the love and cross watcher video link in the description of this video, and it'll take you to the love videos for October. November love videos are going to be up in a couple of days, so keep an eye out for that. If you want to know which cards I'm using, I always have a link in the description so you can check out the cards. And my dears, if you would like a private reading, I'm more than happy to give you a private reading. If you click on the Calendly link in the description of the video, it will take you to where you can schedule a private reading with me. And everything you need to know is there. The different readings I offer, the prices, the next available, scheduling, all of that is there on the Calendly link. Thank you so much for liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing. I'm wishing you a fabulous week, Virgo.